Okay. Got?
And
Scroll down, scroll down.
Okay, you're sharing your screen now.
no,
No,
sharing.
no, sharing like from between
Oh,
Zoom.
the tablet only.
The tablet.
Okay.
Your Zoom, your
So
Zoom.
back to
Zoom,
Zoom.
Zoom.
Share and then scroll down.
Scroll down.
Screen.
Share screen. Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, okay.
okay.
So it should be looking like this. Now, for Facebook.
Yes.
Then
Perfect.
from big post, this one I just type, I think the title, teaching,
ACG.
ACS, right?
ACSG.
Oh, you type wrong. I type ACS, then I.
Hello.
It's only on
Hello, I hate math. Are you Charlene? Is that Charlene?
Yes.
She keeps changing her name.
You know already, that it's her.
Huh?
You already know that it's her.
Yeah, I can tell it's her. Hello.
Vocab skills. With writers.
Down slide. When you scroll from first slide, reflect. What refresh? Facebook. Yeah. You refresh Facebook, it should be. There it is. Yeah. Facebook.
Perfect.
Then Facebook will be create a poll from here.
Okay.
And that's it.
Okay.
Then it's like any keyword that brought, you can moderate.
DJ.
Okay, hi everyone. So today we have a new moderator with us, which is Jane. Oops. Yes, welcome everyone. So let's start off with this prelim paper from ACS Junior. Okay, so since there's not much people here now, just wait for more people to join first. Okay, I'll just start off by going through the first question. Right, we'll be doing grammar first. So over here, we should be mindful that there is blank misinformation online, right? So the keyword over here is, right? It's actually a pretty tricky question over here because we should be mindful that misinformation, is it singular or plural? Is it countable or uncountable, right? For this case, right, this is actually a lot of misinformation, right? So, which in this case, we should use, right, either 1, 3, or 4, right? Because we can eliminate option number 2. Okay, moving on, right? There is enough misinformation online. This is definitely not true because how can it be enough, right? It is ongoing and unlimited, which is why the answer can only be number 4. Because for many, we have to use R. Okay, so the answer is number 4 for question number 1. Right, plenty of. Okay, plenty of misinformation online. Okay, question number 2. This game is blank to master than I thought. Okay, then I thought. So for this question, right, what is the keyword over here? Okay, the keyword over here is then. Okay, so for this case, then is actually a word, right, that is used as a second element in comparison. Okay, so which is why when we use then, it's actually for comparison. Okay, then is for comparison. So this game is blank to master than I thought. Okay, so which term over here has a comparison form? Right, definitely not 1, neither is 2. So it is either 3 or 4. However, there is only one way in comparison. And when there is then, we have to use harder. Okay, we use harder. Okay, so for then we use harder. Hi, what's your name? Hello, I'm teacher Rin. Yes, hi Sherlyn. I'm glad you remember me. Right, it's been really long since I've been on live as well. Okay, so for question number 3. Right, let's go on to question number 3. Okay, blank, the glowing reviews this hotel has for its room. It is usually empty. Usually empty, right? Blank, it's glowing reviews, right? Means it's a very glowing reviews, very good reviews. Okay, very good reviews this hotel has. Okay, so over here,
Did you accept?
since it's glowing reviews, before its glowing reviews, despite its glowing reviews, or although the glowing reviews, right? There are 4 options over here. Hello everyone. Hi. Hello Carl. Yes, new teacher. Okay, so for this question number 3, right, what would the answer be? Okay, it is usually, so there is a contrast over here, right? If you can see over here, you can see a contrast. Okay, there is a contrast in the questions over here. So if you can tell, right, which word or which option should we pick for this answer? Okay, question number 3. Where is admin Jason? Admin Jason is in the same room as us, okay? Hello, Epic comeback, 5,000. Yes? Okay, so the answer for this question is actually number 3. Okay, despite. Okay, despite, because it shows the contrast between the 2 sentences over here. Okay? Question number 4. Question number 4. Nadia wrote the story. We told her that she should write about blank she. Right? So something she. Is it a negative form? Do we use it in the negative form? Or do we use it in the positive form? Right, do we use didn't or do we use did? Do we use hadn't or do we use had? Right, for this question, right, question number 4, okay, usually she wrote the story, so she did write, she did write the story, which is why the answer will then be number 3. Okay, didn't she? We always mistake Bobby blank Bertrand as they both look similar. Okay, mistake him blank Bertrand. Right, for this question. Okay, mistaking someone to someone, of someone, as someone, or for someone. Right, question number 5. Okay, mistaking someone for another person. Okay, for another person. Okay, mistaking somebody for another person. Okay, so this is actually question 5. Question number 6. Melissa saw Jake blank some gummies from the container earlier that day. Right. She saw Jake blank some gummies from the container. Jake is singular. Okay, Jake is singular. Right. Earlier that day. So she saw Jake took, taken, or has taken. Right. Definitely not this tense. Okay. And because, right, Jake is singular, which is why it shouldn't be, let's say that it is takes, right? Because there is saw over here, which is why there is no option as takes. Okay, so for question number 6, the answer will be number 1. Okay, take some gummies from the container earlier that day. Question number 7. No sooner had I sat down, blank Miss Toh walked in. Okay, So, no sooner had, right? This is actually a synthesis question as well, right? No sooner had something, then there's a continuation, right? Hello, admin Yuki. Okay, so no sooner had, and then what would the next word be, right? To separate them. Okay, question number 7. Okay, no sooner had than. Okay, definitely not number 1, definitely not n, definitely not 3 nor 4. Okay, remember the then is the a, the comparison one. Okay, it's not THEN, it's THAN. Okay, so please take note of that. Question number 8, right? My father yelled at Steve because he blanked the car the previous day. Okay, so he damaged, has damaged, had damaged, or had been damaging the car the previous day, right? So for this case, this question, does anyone want to try answering for question number 8? Right, does anyone want to try answering question number 8? Okay, question number 8, right? He damaged or had damaged. Definitely not had been damaging, as this is continuous. And it should be a past tense or past perfect, so the answer is actually, right, for question 8, option number 3. Had damaged. Okay, had damaged. Sherlyn thinking. This is a P6 prelim paper, right, Sherlyn? You are P6 this year already, so do take note of these tricky questions so you don't get them wrong during your exams, especially for your PSLE, right, which is the end of this year. Hello, Brandon. Okay, so question 9. Ahmad, together with his friends, blank going for the soccer match this evening. Okay, for this question, right, Sherlyn, you want to try answering question number 9, right? What is the answer? Ahmad, you can see the commas over here, right? I usually would say that this is extra information. It's a trick question, right? So for this case, what is the answer for question number 9? If you are just saying Ahmad, then you ignore this portion over here. Okay. 1, yes, this evening, not yet, right? So he has not been there yet, so it's present tense. The answer is number 1. That's correct. Okay, question 10. Had Jenny cut the apples earlier, we blank lost so much time in preparing the dessert, Peter lamented. Okay, had Jenny cut the apples earlier, we blank lost so much time. So what is the answer for question number 10? I believe you know how to answer this, Sherlyn. Give it a try. Okay, question number 10. Right. Definitely not number 1. We cannot have lost so much time. This does not make any sense. Right. So what is the answer for question number 10? Right, let's eliminate more options. Okay, will not have. This is present tense. Wait long for me, Cher. Why? You have to do MCQ questions with speed and accuracy, Sherlyn. Okay, you have to do your MCQ questions with speed and accuracy. Cannot wait long. Later the exam end already, you still at question 10. Right. Okay, so is it option 3 or option number 4, Sherlyn? We could not have lost so much time, or we would not have lost so much time. Right, this translates to can, and this translates to will, right? For would and could. So we would have lost the time, or we could have lost the time. Right, which makes more sense. Okay, I'll give you some time to think about this. Not very long, I'll give you just a little bit of time to answer question number 10. You only have 2 options. Tris J. Yes, thank you, Tris J. Answer is number 4. Okay, would not have lost so much time. Okay, question 11. My mother has often encouraged me to work hard so as to blank in life's journey. Okay, over here, this is actually a phrasal verb, right? For this question, they are actually phrasal verbs. So you actually have to make sure that you know your phrasal verbs as they have a lot of meanings. Okay, finally someone answered. Trish Jade says number 2, get ahead in life's journey. Okay, get ahead in life's journey. Okay, for question 11, and that is correct. Okay, what does it mean to get out then? Right, what does it mean to get out? Okay, get out is usually to leave a place, right? Leave a place, right? Get out of the door, get out of the room, right? Yes, Trish Jade. Okay, get ahead is to be in front of or be ahead of people, right? Okay, so to move quicker and faster. Getting across. What is getting across, right? To get across. Okay, what is the meaning for getting across this phrasal verb? Opposite. Yes, technically, right, to get across a river, a place, right, from one place to another. Okay, from, let me erase this. From one place to another. You retain P5, you decay Y. Charlene.
Oh my God!
Charlene, are you telling a lie? Okay, get through. What does get through mean? Charlene, is this a trick question? You miss your primary school English teacher, Trish J. So Trish J, you are not a primary school student anymore, but you are just doing this PSLE paper for fun.
Oh my God!
Okay, what does get through mean? You did very badly for end of year. Charlene, it's okay. Everyone makes mistakes, right? So for retaining in P5 is actually very common for a lot of primary schoolers, right? Just make sure that you try your best this year and you work hard, okay? You join all our lives and you get A for your English. Okay, you get AL1 for English. Never study, haha. Always playing TikTok. Oh, you are 26 and you are a mother already. I see. So you are just reminiscing the past and the English papers. Okay, for question 11, right? Get through. So this phrasal verb, right? Let's move on. Okay. What does get through mean? Okay, anyone has any idea what does getting through mean? For this phrasal verb, get through. Okay, it is to finish and complete something. Right, it is to go through something. Yes, okay, to complete. Complete a task. Okay, let's get through this assignment so that we are done with it, right? Okay, so answer for this question is number 2. Okay, question number 12. Daryl's fever has blank, so doctors expect that he will be able to return to school next week. Okay, return to school next week means he is recovering. When you are recovering, does your fever decline, vanish, subside, or depart? I'm like an answer key. Yes, thank you, Trish J. And thank you, Sherman, for sending so many TikTok gifts, right? Okay. So Daryl's fever has blank, right? So the fever has reduced, right? Any word that can replace reduced or gotten better? Okay, decline is to reject, yes. Okay, decline can mean to go in decline, to go downwards. It can also mean to reject. Okay, vanish is to disappear. Okay, so when you say vanish, right, Daryl's fever has vanished, it means it disappeared. Right, but fever cannot just disappear overnight. It has to like slowly go from high fever to low fever to no fever, right? Cannot just disappear from 39 degree become 37 degrees. EL already AL1 for EYE last year. Sherlyn, wow, you got AL1 for your English exams. That means you studied too hard for English and you neglected your other subjects, right? Subsided equals to reduce. Yes, Trish J, subsided means to reduce. So do we have the answer for question number 12 now? Right, for question 12. Okay, the answer is then subsided. Yes. Okay, question number 12 answer is subsided. What does departed mean? Depart is to leave, right? Okay, in the airport there's a departure hall and arrival hall, right? Departure means to leave, right? Okay, yes. So 1, 2, and 4 are wrong. Okay, question 13, moving on. While the students enjoyed being on a treasure hunt, many were blanked by a very obscure clue. Okay, they were on a treasure hunt, right? They were blanked by a very obscure clue. So anyone knows the answer for question number 13? Okay, question 13. Okay, question 13. Many were blanked by a very obscure clue. They were stuck, right? They were stuck. They cannot complete the treasure hunt because this clue is not found yet. Okay, anyone wants to try? No one else answering. Yes, Trish J, you are the only one left over here to help with answering question number 13. Okay, you want to give it a shot? Yeah, playing emo music.
2,000 years later.
Okay, Trish J, do you want to try answering question number 13? Yeah. Okay, maybe everyone is very busy with school today since it's a Friday, right? Enjoying their Fridays after school ends. Okay, so what would the answer be? I busy playing games. Wow, Sherlyn, you are multitasking, right? Watching the live and playing games at the same time. Stumped by a very obscure clue. Yes, thank you, Trish J. Okay, stumped. Okay, obscure means not discovered. Which is why they were stuck. They cannot move on with their treasure hunt. Yes, hello dot. Right. Hello dot. Yes, the answer is stumped. Interesting name. Why do you put a dot only? You should write more, right? Is it a dot or full stop? Do you want to be called dot or full stop? Okay. When the football match was over, the supporters of the winning team were blank in euphoria, not realizing that it had started to rain. Obscure clue is not like dead end, it's just they haven't figured out. Yes, Trish J, thank you for the clarification for obscure clue. Okay. The supporters of the winning team were blank in euphoria, right? They were celebrating, right? So for question number 14, anyone wants to try answering question 14? Okay, question 14. Okay, what does raving mean? Right, let's start with the first option. What does raving mean? Okay, does anyone know what raving means? Okay, raving. Okay, so raving actually means to actually be rambling about, right? To babble, babbling or rambling, gibberish talk basically. Okay. Okay, anyone wants to try answering question 14? What does roving mean? Right, roving. Constantly moving from one area to another, right? Okay, one place to another constantly. Okay, rebelling. What does rebelling mean? Right, definitely everyone knows what rebelling means. Okay, if you were in your rebellious or you are currently in your rebellious phase, right, you would know that rebelling actually means to be in the opposition. The opposition, okay, to resist control. Okay, so the answer therefore is only reveling. Okay, so what does revel mean? Okay, reveling. Right, it means to enjoy yourself, to celebrate. Okay, celebrate or enjoy yourself. Right. Okay. I got so much homework. Wow, Shalene, it's only day 10 of January and you already have a ton of homework, right? Flooded with so much homework. Okay, question 15. The student leader struggled to keep his blank after observing his younger schoolmates deliberately littering the canteen. Jersey must prep for PSLE. Yes, Shalene, you have to prepare for PSLE. So are you in P5 or P6 now, Shalene? Right. Didn't we do this? Yeah, so you say you have to prepare for PSLE. So is your PSLE this year or next year? Okay, question 15. Right, let's move on first. So you are P5, so you are preparing for next year's PSLE, I see. Yes, so you have to start preparing now, right? Because PSLE is actually a very long marathon. So very extra homework. Do you mean that the homework is very extra or PSLE is very extra? Okay, the student leader struggled to keep his blank after observing his younger schoolmates. Right, keep his something. Struggled to means couldn't hold it. Week 2 only, and you have to start off strong with good foundations, right? I think it's 1. What does aplomb mean? Okay, what does that mean? What is the meaning of the word? Do you know? Okay, aplomb. Right. Self-confidence. Okay, number 1 actually means self-confidence. So is that the correct answer? Okay, so that is unfortunately not correct. Right. So struggled to keep his assurance. This is not correct as well because for assurance it is to comfort someone, to reassure someone, right? Okay, so it's either composure or compassion. Okay, composure or compassion. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shirley, I give you 2 options now between 3 and 4. You can pick one. Okay, for question number 15. Is it composure or compassion? Right. Thank you, Y. Okay, it is correct, composure. Okay, struggled to keep his composure after observing his younger schoolmates deliberately littering the canteen. Okay, let's move on to the next segment. Right, over here, it is still vocabulary MCQ, but it is in the form of a passage. Okay, so this passage is actually adapted from this Straits Times article. Right, you can usually see the citations at the bottom, but it is not very important. The more important thing is to know what synonym you are to change with the underlined words. Okay, so let's start with the first paragraph. Before classes begin, the corridors of Ilsung's Women High School are filled with the sounds of cheerful chatter and lively greetings. Inside the classrooms, heads are bowed in concentration and hands are busy copying notes off the blackboard. Okay, so for question 16, concentration. Right, what is the appropriate word that I can use to replace it? Right, the options are here: focus, attention, consideration, or contemplation. Okay, what is the answer for question number 16? Okay, question 16. Concentration. Right, when you concentrate on something, do you focus on it? Do you pay attention, consider it, or contemplate it? Hey, Charlene, this is another account, right? Okay, yes, focus is correct. Okay, question 16, focus. 17, this is a scenario not out of place in a normal school. Uno, yes, 1, thank you, why? This is a scenario not out of place in a normal school. Okay, out of place. Right, what does out of place mean? Okay, what word can I use to replace for question number 17? Right, question 17. Okay, is it unusual, improper, unsuitable, or inappropriate? Right, can you actually see the words on the whiteboard, or is it very small? Okay, let me zoom in a bit more. Okay, right. So, is it 1, 2, 3, or 4? Question number 17. Why says inappropriate in a normal school? Okay, for out of place, right? Feeling very out of place means feeling very not fit in, right? This scenario, okay, question 17, is not unusual. Okay, so for this case, we do not use inappropriate as we are describing a scenario. So we usually see this scene often, right? So it is not unusual, it's very common. Okay, so thank you for your answer. Right, we can learn together in this live. So for this question 17, the answer is actually number 1. Okay, unusual. Question 18. But what stands out are the telltale heads of silver hair and tight curls, characteristics associated with South Korean middle-aged aunties and grannies. Right, characteristics. Okay, what is another word to replace characteristics? Question 18. Right, what is another word to replace this? Okay, question 18. Characteristics associated with South Korean middle-aged. Okay, question 18. Okay, so for question number 18, the answer is actually features, right? What does features mean? Features of a person, right, is the synonym of characteristics. So characteristics. Okay, moving on to question 19. At this specific school, almost 90% of the students are in their 70s and 80s, catering for mature women who did not manage to receive or complete their education when they were younger. Okay, catering for. So what does it mean for catering for? Okay, catering for. Question 19. Right, anyone wants to try answering question 19? Okay, question 19. Tailoring to. Okay, tailoring to. Definitely not coaching, not pandering to or accommodating. Right? They are trying to tailor make for these mature women who did not manage to complete their education. Okay, for question 20, the aim is to provide literacy and lifelong education to the educationally underprivileged. Right, question 20, underprivileged. Right, what is the synonym that we can use to replace the word underprivileged? Okay, underprivileged for question number 20. Okay, so the answer is actually disadvantaged. Okay, question 20, disadvantage. Okay, so definitely not poor, as we are not referring to money. Over here, the keyword is actually educationally. Right, not pathetic. Okay, nor is it destitute. Okay, so the answer is only disadvantage. Did not get the advantage of experiencing education, right? Did not get education. Everyone went offline. Yes, Charlene. Everyone went offline. Including yourself? Who are you sharing the videos to? Right, thank you for sharing all the videos as well, but wow, that is a lot. Okay, we are skipping visual text first. Let's move on to grammar close. Okay, wow, Charlene, you surely have a lot of friends, right? I think I see a lot of friends that you have shared the live with. Okay, so over here, thank you for sharing the live though, but let's try answering the questions in the grammar close section. No, thank you, bye. Charlene, come back. You have to try answering this, right? Have to score full marks for your grammar close as it is the easiest part for your paper too. Okay? Okay, over here, let's look at the passage first. Okay? Imagine having to walk barefoot in the scorching heat with nothing to protect your feet from the fiery concrete. Shocking, isn't it? I am Sia Godica, a 16-year-old blank, the motto. Donate a soul, save a soul. Grammar close is boo. Why is it boo? You have to score full marks for grammar close, right, Charlene? Okay, we are at question 29. Right, question 29. You want to try answering question 29, right? 16-year-old blank the motto, right? By the motto. Okay, you live by the motto, right? You live by or you stand by the motto. However, there is no extra word over here for us. So you want to try again? Right, for this question 29, right, what would the answer be? For question 29. Okay. With, yes. Okay, the answer is with. So Q, a 16-year-old with the motto, donate a soul, save a soul. When I was 13, an incident left a mark blank my heart that pushed me to act on my feelings. Blank compassion for others. Okay, question 30. Want to try answering? Organics. Okay, an incident left a mark on my heart. Right. Yes, that is correct. Okay, on my heart. That pushed me to act on my feelings, blank compassion for others. Okay, act on my feelings, blank compassion for others. So for this question 31, what is the answer? Okay, question 31. Anyone wants to try? Feelings, blank compassion for others. right? Okay, feelings blank compassion for others.
Oh, you got someone.
Okay, so feelings of compassion. Right, feelings of compassion for others. There was a construction site near my house. Blank, I noticed that the workers were working barefoot. Okay, blank, I noticed. Okay, so for question 32, any answers over here? Question 32. P, yes, where I noticed, right, is a place, a construction site, which is why we use where. Okay, question 33. Their feet were extremely dirty and cracked, and some were also wounded due to dire working conditions. Blank broke my heart was that many of them were children. Okay, something that broke my heart, right? What broke my heart? Okay, yes, so the answer is actually N. What broke my heart? The image of bleeding feet has been at the back of my mind ever blank. Okay, ever then. Yes, ever since. Okay, for this question, ever since. Okay, since then, all of these images has been on the author's mind. Okay, I need to zoom out a bit. Let me know if you cannot read the words. Okay, upon research, I found out that these people without shoes were blank only exposed to wounds. Okay, were blank only exposed to wounds. Question 35. Okay, question 35. Okay, were not only, yes, not only, right. Thank you, organics. Right, question 36. But also countless diseases, allergies, and infections caused blank overexposed feet. Okay, caused blank something. Okay, this is definitely easier, right? Caused by, yes, caused by. Okay, moving on. I was horrified that millions in my country had no foot cover, while 350 million pairs of shoes, blank, being discarded annually. Annually, still continuing, right? So is it present or past tense? Okay, blank, being discarded annually. Okay, is it are or is it were? Question number 37. Okay, question 37. Have been, right? So were being discarded, were being discarded annually, right? So answer is were. Yes, thank you, organics. So I founded Soul Warriors with a mission to provide foot cover blank refurbished shoes. Okay, a mission to provide foot cover blank refurbished shoes. What is the answer for question number 38? 4, yes. Okay, providing the foot cover as refurbished shoes. I started encouraging people to donate shoes and received a good response. At our first distribution drive, we helped 700 people and there has been no stopping since then. Okay, so we are done with grammar close. Now moving on to editing. Okay, editing is also another segment that students can actually score full marks easily. Right, if you have the correct knowledge of spelling and make sure that you know your tenses of the words, right? It's easy to score 12 upon 12 for editing. Okay, question 39, right? The dugong is a large marine mammal that belongs to the same mammalian order as manatees. The species are sometimes called sea cows and are thought to have evolved from an ancestor related to elephants. Ancestor, right? How do we spell ancestor? Okay, organics, yes, ancestor, Ancestor, ancestor. Dugongs are believed to have spawned mermaid legends after sailors spotted them at sea and mistake. Right, so for question 40, believed. Okay, yes, organics, that is correct. Believed. Okay, believed. Spawned mermaid legends after sailors spotted them at sea and mistake identified them as a half fish or half human creatures. Okay, mistook. Are you sure? Because for this case, right, identified is a verb, so we need a word, an adverb, right? An adverb to describe the verb over here. Okay, so do you want to try again? Mistakenly, yes. Okay, mistakenly. Mistakenly identified them as half fish or half human creatures. The dugong has a streamlined body with a rounded head. Resembles manatees. Okay, what tenses should we use for this? Okay, yes, they do resemble manatees, but for question 42, yes, resembling is correct. Okay, resembling, resembling manatees. The dull brownish grey skin is thick, smooth and sparsely covered with hair. Are you sure it's sparsely, right? What is the answer? How do you spell sparsely? Is this the correct spelling or is it the correct tense? Right, so for this is actually a trickier question. Is it a spelling error or is it a tense error for sparsely? Okay, question 43. Yes, okay, so it's actually SE. Okay, so sparsely is actually spelled with an SE instead of a CE. Okay, sparsely covered with hair. Its mouth is on the underside, facing downwards, and there are stiff bristles on the upper lip. They pull up the seagrass with their thick, flexible lips and shake the leaves to remove any sand and debris before swallowing. Okay, what is the correct spelling for debris? Right, what is the correct spelling for debris? Okay, this is the correct pronunciation, right? You should pronounce it like debris, right? Yes. Debris. Okay, so it's actually a silent S to read debris. Okay, question 45. Dugongs have been sighted mainly in the Johor Straits off northeastern coast of mainland Singapore. Okay, have been, right? Have been sighted. Okay, past perfect. Sighted mainly in the Johor Straits. Crocodiles and sharks are the natural predators of dugongs, but humans are their primary threat. As a result of land reclaim and water pollution. Okay, what is the word, right? What is the tense that we should use for this? We should use this in the noun form, right? We should change it to noun. Reclamation, yes. It's good that you dropped the I. You remembered not to include the I. So reclamation. Okay, reclamation and water pollution. Beds of seagrass, their main source in food, have been destroyed. Okay, is it in, right? What word, what preposition we use? Of, right, yes. Their main source of food have been destroyed. As they feed in shallow waters, they are often injured by the propellers of passing motorboats. They also get entangled in submerged fishing nets and drown. How many questions are there? Shirley, in editing there is 12 questions. So for you to get 12 marks, you have to score every single question correctly. Okay? Entangled. Yes, thank you, organics. Okay, entangled. spelled with an A, not an E over here. So that's the error. Okay, entangled. Okay, dugong, right? Dugongs are hunted for their thick layer of blubber. Hunt is one of the leading causes of their demise. Okay, hunting is one of the leading causes, right? Hunting and action, right? Hunting is one of the leading causes of their demise. How do we spell demise? Okay, how do we spell demise? Yes, D-E-M-I-S-E. Okay, demise. Okay, their death. Okay, basically related to this. So we are done with our editing exercise. Yay. Okay, that's nice. Moving on to our most feared segment. Okay, vocabulary close. Oh, sorry, compre close. So for this case, compre close, right? You have to put in the word you think that is most suitable for the blank over here, right? Which in this case, a lot of students struggle with and will always struggle and hesitate on what they should indicate in the blanks, right? But let's try to do this together and we see if we can get any tips and tricks to ace this segment and try our best to score full marks for this for your prelims and PSLE. Okay, so let's go on to this passage. The sound of clattering dishes, a sizzling grill, and the blast of a fiery work furnace. Some sounds are enough to make your mouth blank. Okay, what are these sounds actually talking about? Blast of a fiery work furnace. Make your mouth water. Yes, mouth water, right? Making you drool. Making you hungry, right? Because all of these sounds come from the kitchen. Okay, all of these sounds come from the kitchen. This assault on the senses is enough to make any person go blank in the knees. Okay, make any person go blank in the knees. Go on in the knees, are you sure? Because in the knees, right? Assault on the senses. Okay, making them feel very mouth-watery and weak in the knees. Okay, so the keyword over here, the targeted, go down in the knees. Okay, going down on your knees, right? It's not in the knees. So in this case, you feel a sense of weakness in your knees, right? So this is a trickier question where people find it harder to get the correct word. Okay, so moving on to the next question, no worries, right? There's 15 marks for this and we will aim to score usually around 11 to 12, right, at best. And for higher competitive students, they aim to score around 14 or 15 marks. Okay, welcome to Singapore's community dining rooms, where a nation of foodies come blank to share in a national pastime. Okay, come something to share in a national pastime. Okay, come together. Yes, thank you, organics. Right, coming together, gather around. Okay, together. Perfect word to use for question 53. With a wide variety of stalls under one blank, each hawker boasts their own family recipe perfected over generations. Okay, question 54. Wide variety of stalls under one blank. Okay, wide variety of stalls under one blank. Under one community. Okay, variety of stalls, right? Hawker center. Okay, when you are in a hawker center, right? This is the hawker center. Something something hawker center, right? There's like this. Like what place, hawker center. Then there's like little stores over here. Then they start selling the things. So they are one something. Eatery. Not really. Right. you do not need to think so far, right? We are all under the same, instead of building, we are just under the same piece of concrete or the piece of wood, right? Roof, yes, organics, yes, okay, under one roof. Okay, so the answer is roof. Each hawker boasts their own family recipe perfected over generations. Dating as far blank as the 18,000s. Okay, so, 1800s. Right. So, as far blank as the 1800s, as far back. Yes, okay, back in the old times. Because this is very long ago. Hawker culture in Singapore, blank from the early migrant population. Okay, hawker culture in Singapore, blank from the early migrant population. Okay, hawker culture, right, came from. Okay, any synonyms that is the same as came from, right, or started?
Any comment from Facebook and YouTube?
Began. Okay,
Any comment from YouTube?
so you do not begin from. However, there is one word that starts with the letter O. I'm not sure if you are able to get it. Originated, yes. Originated, the origins, right? Originated from the early migrant population. Their makeshift blank were used to sell quick, affordable meals on street pavements. Okay, their makeshift blank. Okay, makeshift something. So what is the makeshift thing that used to start? Yes, stalls. Right, very well done. Okay, it seems that it's actually possible to score 14 or even 15, right? Their main advertisement, the lip-smacking aromas of the delicacies being cooked and eaten on the blank by hungry passers-by. Okay, what is the answer for question 58? Being cooked and eaten on the blank, right? Right there. On the something. On the fly. Okay, on the spot. Yes, on the spot. Thank you, Shalene. Okay, on the spot. Shalene, I thought you went for swimming training. You are back so quickly. Okay, yes, organics on the fly. Okay, on the go is also possible if you want to eat and go at the same time. However, they are hungry passers-by, so they'll stop there and they'll eat it on the spot, right at the area, right at the place. Okay, right at the place. Okay, for question number 59. Fast forward a couple of centuries and the government has brought hawkers under one roof. Hawker centres have blank become clean and open kitchens. Okay, hawker centres have blank become clean and open kitchens. Okay, for question 59, what is the answer? Okay, become, have become, right, starts with the letter N. Okay, it starts with the letter N for question 59. Okay, hawker centres have blank become. Now, yes, organics, that is correct. Have now become clean and open kitchens. Customers can watch blank, their food is being prepared and served. Okay, they can watch blank. Okay, at the same time as, yes, okay, they can watch as their food is being prepared and served. In every blank you look, there's a dizzying array of dishes to choose blank. Okay, in every blank you look. Okay, every blank you look. So for question 61, anyone has any idea on any direction? Yes, organics, that is the right word that we are looking for. Okay, very well done. Any direction that you look. Right, this is the keyword, looking. There is a dizzying array of dishes to choose. Okay, choose something. This is a phrasal verb that we always use. right? Choose from. Okay, choosing from somewhere. So, how do you blank from the hundreds of stalls? Okay, how do you blank from the hundreds of stalls? Choose, yes. So now we are using the choose from, right? Because previously it was choose something, now it's something from. Hundreds of stalls, right? You need to make an option, make a choice. The answer is simple. Look for the blank line. Of course, when it comes to hawker cuisine, right? Do you look for the longest or the shortest line when you want to find good food? Definitely the longest, right? The most customers. Okay, so Shirlene, that is correct. Okay, longest lines. When it comes to hawker cuisine, the queue is the best testament to the blank of food sold at the stall. Okay, the best testament to the blank of food. Okay, something of food, right? Quality, yes, thank you organics. Quality of food sold at the store, right? So the queue reflects on how good the food is, basically, right? On how amazing the food is, which is why they can attract so many customers to queue up for them. Okay, so this is actually the hawker culture. Moving on to synthesis and transformation, our last segment for today's live, right, we'll be doing S&T. So everyone who likes to do S&T can actually join us to try answering these questions now, because each question is 2 marks each, right? So there's only 5 questions, which is 2 marks each. Question 66. We admire Mr. Kwan. He is our local football player. Okay, the word we use to connect them is whom, right? So anyone wants to try answering this synthesis and transformation question, right? Question 66. Okay, Mr. Kwan, right? Usually after whom it comes a noun, because we know the hamburger rule, right? Noun, whom, and noun. Okay, so over here, Mr. Kwan. Let me give you a hint. We start off with Mr. Kwan. Right, anyone wants to try answering, right, the sentence for question 66? Okay, can you see on the screen over here? Yes. Mr. Kwan blank. Okay, I'll give you some time to type out your answers for synthesis. Okay, question number 1, Mr. Kwan. Okay, Mr. Kwan, comma, whom we admire, sorry. Okay, so Mr. Kwan, whom we admire, comma, is our local football player. Okay, question 67. Right. This plot of corn, blank. Right, so the farmer grew this plot of corn from scratch. Okay, so we have to change it from, we have to switch the sentence structure for this. Right, so let's try switching up the sentence structure. This plot of corn was grown. Okay, was grown from scratch. He was grown from scratch by who? Right. By the farmer. Yes, thank you organics. By the farmer. Okay, by the farmer. Question 68. Did you go for the class yesterday? Mr. Heng asked his students. Changing from speech, right, direct speech to indirect speech. Okay, question 68 is a very common question that we see, Right, from direct to indirect, let's try it together. Mr. Heng wanted to know. Okay, Mr. Heng wanted to know if his students went for class the previous day. Yes. Okay, so for this case, for your answer, there is just a little bit of grammatical error, right? Because for this case, it's already past tense and it's past as well. So it will be if the students had gone for the class the previous day. Okay, question 69. Mark could not decide. Hence, he was late. Okay, question 69 blank because of his blank. Okay, there's a cause, right? So what is the cause that made him late? Because he couldn't decide. So this is therefore. Right, what is the cause and effect? Cause and effect. Mark was late because of his indecision. Yes. Mark was late. Right, because of his okay, it is not indecision, right, for this question. Right, if you can find another more suitable word for deciding, right, for being unable to decide, it would be indecisiveness. Okay, so it is actually because of his indecisiveness. Okay, because of his indecisiveness. Question 70. Produce the voucher to get your meal. Okay, let me see if this question is... Oh, yes. Okay, yes, this question is actually a tricky question. Right, let's mark it with a star. So, for this case, synthesis and transformation can also give you an or without either. Okay, so it's actually not an either or question. So, produce the vouchers or get your meals. This is changing the meaning of the sentence, right? Charlene, this is changing the meaning of the sentence because you have to produce the voucher to get your meal. So produce the voucher or you cannot get your meal. Okay, it's not cannot or it will be will not. Okay, so let's see. Produce the voucher or you will not get your meal. Okay, so that's all for question 70. Okay, produce the voucher or you will not get your meal. Alright. Okay, do you understand, Charlene? Okay, and that sums up everything that we have done today. Right, thank you Organics and thank you Charlene for joining our live today. Right. Yes, congratulations on finishing so many questions together. Okay, bye bye everyone and see you next time. Bye.